Hi friends, CraftyGalVictoria here. In this episode that I'm titling What the Scrap, What to Make with Yarn Scraps, this is episode 5. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. This is episode 5 of What the Scrap, and I was inspired to do this project because my friend Kristi over at Hooks and Horseshoes, I'll link her channel down below if you want to check her out. She was making some of these and I was like, oh my gosh, I make these all the time. What a great item to put into my What the Scrap series I have here on YouTube. Now I know a lot of these things are things we as crocheters are all aware of. We've probably all made them, but I'm having a lot of fun doing this series and showing everybody what I make with my yarn leftovers and balls of scraps. So let me just dive into this item. I love it. I love the way it turned out. It's fantastical. So this is the item I made. It's a giant yarn basket. It's huge. It's giant. I had so many blues and purples and pinks and different variegateds with some greens in it. And you can see the top, obviously. It's a little bit darker than the bottom part. I ran out of the lighter of the colors in the blues and purples. And I just had a few little balls of this color right here. I know it's a Red Heart Super Saver. I can't even remember the name of the color. It might be called Jewel Tones or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. But I made this giant yarn basket. I held 2 strands together and I just had random little balls sitting beside me, and then when one ran out, I just tied on another color and just kept going. I don't know how I wind up with so many blue scraps, but I do. So I made that basket. It's amazing. It holds so much yarn. Like if I want to take it in the car, I have a lot of project bags too. And if I'm just doing small items, I do that. But this is really great. I did the base of it with a 10mm hook holding 2 strands together. No pattern, I just started in a typical increase round like you would do for a hat top down or anything circular. I just started and increased until I got the size I thought would be sufficient and substantial. And I crocheted until my base was 15 inches. So across the bottom is 15 inches. And then I started working, I did the, what was it? Front loop only to do the curve to go up right here. As you can see, the little dip right here. And it kind of bends, not bends, but it bends to start working up the sides. And I was working in that same 10mm hook, but I didn't like how, like it was getting like super floppy, and it started to like crochet like a funnel. Even though I wasn't increasing anymore, I was just doing 1 single crochet all the way around. It started to look like a funnel and I did not like it. So I pulled it all back to that base round where I did the, is it front loop or back loop? I don't remember now. Maybe it's back loop only. I don't know. I can't remember. It's one or the other, but and it starts to make your work go up. I pulled all the way back to that round, switched my hook to a 9mm, and then started working up the sides. And I just like the way that looked much better. Even though the bottom is a 10, I did the sides all the way up to the top here and the handles in a 9mm. And I just think it turned out so, so lovely. I also normally only do like a round or 2 above the handles when I do baskets. This one I decided to do 4 rounds because I just wanted something a little more substantial. And because it's so big, I wanted it to, I don't know, have a little more meat on its bones. But isn't it gorgeous? Thank you, Kristi, for the inspiration. That's what I love about watching other people who crochet, sew, do any type of craft. It inspires you to do your own and make your own. Now mine is not nearly as ginormous as Kristi's is, but I love it. It's the perfect size to throw skeins of yarn in, your project, your hook, your pattern. If you're running on the go, or I take it with me when I'm out and about and in between things, and I take it with me and it sits in the car. And if I've got 20 minutes to work on a project while I'm eating my lunch, that's what I do. But it's so lovely. A lot of times it'll sit with my crochet blankets that I have completed. It'll sit on the area where those are stored and displayed. And whatever I'm working on that I want to make my next video, sometimes I'll even plop those in there. And I know that everything in this basket are things you haven't seen yet. So this works out pretty darn good. So like I said, 15 inches on the bottom, it's 13 inches tall, give or take, and it's perfect. It's the perfect size. I love the colors. I love something about blending two yarns together when you hold two together that makes it this really unique, beautiful pattern. And I just think it turned out so great. So this is episode 5 of my What the Scrap series, and I have some other products that I will be recording more videos for What the Scrap. Sorry, it's been a minute. We just had a lot going on, and but I have been sewing and I have been crocheting. So until the next video, my friends, thank you for joining me here, and we'll see you really soon in the next one. Crafty Gal Victoria here. Bye-bye.